going to be a fun night. We've got a lot of great matches ahead. So before we get started, we have to do something special tonight. For those of you that probably already know, local wrestling legend Steve Podunavac passed away last week. And we can't do a show in Logan around this time without honoring him. He paved the way for somebody like me. As a matter of fact, the very first wrestling show I ever attended, he was there and he was the promoter. Not only was he the wrestler on the show, but he was also the promoter. So he paved the way here in Logan for somebody like me to run shows. He was always very kind to me anytime I met him, anytime I talked with him. We always talked wrestling, and he was a very good man. We're not going to make this sad because there's no reason to be sad. You may miss him, his family is going to miss him, his friends are going to miss him, but listen, Steve was in a far better place right now. So I've asked some of his friends to come tonight, but before we do, would everyone please bow your head? We're going to ring the bell 10 times in honor of the flying Pollock, Steve Podunavac. Thank you. We've asked some of his friends to be here tonight to say a few words about him, and I want to call them up here at this time. Local wrestling legends themselves: Dave Allen, Tommy Gibson, Danny Ray. Oh gosh, the other two I can't remember your names, but you guys go ahead and come on up. What's everybody doing tonight? Just for old time's sake, I'm out here at Knockout Day. Thank you. Thank you. All right, then. Thank you to Gary Dameron and everybody at ASW Wrestling, greatest fans in the world. I am ASW Hall of Famer Dave Allen, and if it were not for Steve Podunavac, I wouldn't be here. Nobody on this stage would be here, and chances are you wouldn't be here. You have no idea what a big deal Steve Podunavac was to professional wrestling, and always will be. You see, you younger people, not all like some of us here on the stage, you may not remember the days wrestling wasn't on. There was no WWE. It wasn't on 24/7. It wasn't on YouTube. It was Saturday Night Wrestling on the old WOAY with people like Steve Podunavac and people like Big Bob McCoy and people like Dane Christian and the Grid Brothers. This is what laid the foundation for what Gary Dameron and ASW Wrestling has got going on here. Steve was a mentor to me. When I started in this business, I was 16 years old, and I wanted more than anything in the world. I wasn't going to be a wrestler, just like I was, but to be a wrestling announcer. And my best friend from childhood right here, adorable Danny Ray, known as Danny Nelson, then. Danny started referencing with it. He said, come to a show with me. Maybe Steve will let you on the show. I had to beg and plead and borrow for him to at least let me do some rainouts, because it wasn't like it is now. It was closed shop. Everybody didn't know all the ones on behind the scenes. And when Steve finally gave me that chance in Williamson, West Virginia, and I think it was it was Chapmanville, West Virginia, in February 1987, he started what was a great 30-year run for me as an announcer all over the part of the country. And Steve, we love you. I want to turn it over to the door for Danny Ray. The stories I can tell, traveling, getting into the business as a 16-year-old kid, it didn't happen unless Steve saw something in you. And he not only got me into business, but it's easier to get off you after. He let me into his family. And that is just as special as being a part of his family, as being the rest of it. Well, Steve just didn't work for him. He was, sometimes he was my dad, sometimes he was my big brother, sometimes he was my uncle that let me get away with stuff. But most of all, he was a friend. And he gave me the opportunity to live this dream of professional wrestling and to groom generations to come. These guys are back here. Me, David, Tommy, Justin and Tommy here. The city of Logan is going to do something special for Steve. Mayor and old lady brought it up. We'll get something planned for that. And we'll also be honoring the other guys. The history that Logan has. So the Big Bob McCoy and Steve and Danny Christian, George Underwood. I mean, my God, folks, a lot of them on the internet, because back then, if it wasn't, sometimes it wasn't in the newspaper, because it was kind of outlawed. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you for the family. Thank you to Steve. Somebody the other day, they were having proms to come up and take pictures of lodge where I work. And they talking about, well, when I was a kid, we had prom and this, and they said, where's your stuff? My prom night was spent in Bonnie's old Camaro, little blue one, going to Natural Ridge, Virginia, with Steve and Sammy to wrestle that night. And that was the first year I ever drunk. And I ain't touched the kids. But to wrap it up, there's something in the off today. So you get made, you're a made man. We'll never realize the people that Steve made people and made them better. And he saw something in all of us. Sometimes we couldn't see, but he brought it out of us. He brought us through. God bless his heart. One day we'll see him again, Randy. Bonnie, girls, Sean. It's a sad time, but we got the memories. And we'll always have his love. And we'll always have the flying pull-off. And thank you all, and God bless you. And Tommy, the neighbor to see for years, and little kid, and Justin, we all kept an eye on him and looked at him. Even though we wasn't always around, always kept an eye on him. So here's the guy I guess you say closest, and the zip comes in. Here you go. Tommy Gibson, y'all.
I remember one of the first times I met Steve, it had to be 90 or 91, I can't remember. But I walked in with a can of Coke in the locker room, and that was a no-no. It was bad. But you know the wrestling story, there's so many. Steve, if I could be half the man Steve Podunavac was, I would be a blessed man. There's no better man that walked the face of this earth. If I could be the dad that he was, he's got a great family. And I admire you all. I love you all. I do. You all are, if you look up family in the dictionary, it's under Podunavac. So, and another thing, with Steve, I love seeing Steve when he had his produce stand down there. I'd go down there and I said, Steve, I just want to get a couple of tomatoes, a couple of cucumbers or something. I'd end up having a grocery cart full. He said, you only got $5. I said, Steve, you got more than that in it. But it wasn't about the money, Steve. Steve touched everybody's heart. I love the man. And like I say, if I could be anything like him, that's what I want to grow up to be.
we want to thank you for giving us the opportunity. And a big hats off to Gary Darren, Dustin, everybody involved with ASW. They reached out to us. And we were all at the wake the other night, just seeing the outpouring of support for Steve Podunavac, from co-workers at Pepsi to people in the wrestling business, to just people that, as Tommy said, anybody in this room is half the man Steve Podunavac is. This world will be a hell of a lot better place. I'll say that. So we'd like to ask the family, if you would, come up here. We have a special presentation for you, please. Anybody that wants to, we'd like to have, everybody didn't have to come, but we not have as many. This is Steve Podunavac's family. He's got his daughters and his wife, Bonnie. They have two old up there. Please come up here. Let's take you stand on the front row. We have a very special presentation, and I'm going to turn it over to, this is Tommy Gibson's son. And by the way, in a few years, you're going to be watching him on television. Probably with Kerry Moore at that time. And we're going to wait for Kerry though. We have a very special presentation, so Kevin, Mike, why don't you just go in the front, and this is on behalf of everybody at ASW Wrestling and all of us. You just present that to Miss Bonnie here, show the crowd here. This is a very special thing that we were able to put together. We're speaking to the back, with behind his family. So, Bonnie, you guys want to say anything? Bonnie, you want to say anything? Okay, that's all right. That's all right. All right. This concludes our service here. Thank you very much. How about everybody get off your butts and give a standing ovation to Steve Podunavac and Podunavac family. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Podunavac family. Thank you all so much. And Steve would say, hey, buddy, get this show started.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to click the video above to see more great ASW content, and feel free to subscribe and hit the notification button to get alerts about all upcoming ASW content here on YouTube.